What's going on, people? What's going on, Lion fans? What's going on, One Pride Riders? Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Man, Beast made a really good video for y'all, man, and that's what this video is about. Considering trading DeAndre Levy. Man, oh man, was this a really good topic? Because I can tell y'all right now, I agree with him. Because I'm starting to become a little bit more concerned about him sitting out again. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what his availability is this season. I'm a little bit worried about DeAndre Levy. Like, he's one of my favorite players on the team. Honestly, I would definitely like to keep him. He's such a beast. But there comes a time where you got to start wondering about this dude's love of the game. Because anytime I see a dude that has a serious injury or just an injury in general and they sit out more than a year, I start to worry about him. I get that little Derrick Rose thing going on, like with the Bulls. You know what I'm saying? Like, does this nigga want to play? You know what I'm saying? And then when they do come back, they don't come back the same. They come back garbage or a semi-version of themselves. Or 3/4 of themselves. They don't come back all the way. One of the only dudes I could think of that came back 100% was Adrian Peterson. You know, but that dude ain't normal. You know what I'm saying? That dude ain't normal. But DeAndre Levy, who's 29, right in the middle of his fucking prime of his career, has a lot of trade value. And the only thing that was pissing me off was people that disagreed that he had trade value. Of course he has trade value. Who won fucking DeAndre Levy on their fucking team? During the 2014 season, he was the second best player at the Sue. You can even make a case that he was the best player that year, even over Sue. There were some games where Sue wasn't overwhelming. Where I seen some games where he was just taking on double teams the entire game, and he didn't do much else. But through the course of every game, DeAndre Levy was doing his shit. And I think that, and you saw it last year, DeAndre Levy, when it came to this defense, was a real product. This defense, rather, was a real product of a mediocre linebacker core that he actually put bandages over. When DeAndre Levy was leading that linebacker core in 2014, it actually wasn't even that good then. That linebacker core has been the weak part. I've always thought that the secondary, up until about 2000, like really when Slade and Quinn came into the mix, which I say was probably 2014, and we had a Hedabo. I will say that, and Rasheem Mathis, I will say that the secondary became the second best unit after being last all through the Shorts era and all through the Millen era. Like, we couldn't defend the pass for about a good 15 fucking years. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't defend the pass for shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the defense this year, it's really probably easily one of the best. I mean, the defensive line and the secondary is probably like outside of the top 10, but it's become the second best unit on the team the past couple of years. I felt like the linebacker core is what got weaker over the years. The defensive line became stronger and stronger, especially when Terrell Austin got here. The defensive line has been the strongest part of the defense, honestly, since Sue been here, 2011. It's been the strongest unit. And it stayed that way because we got Ansa in here, and we got other pieces. Now we got Devin Taylor to add on to that. We had Jason Jones last year, but down the team. Now we got Ashawn Robinson, who I think is about to be a fucking stud. I can't believe I didn't want him before the draft rolled around. I can't believe I was like, I didn't want him. Now, I think, man, especially when we actually see these preseason games, by the way, only one more week. one more week until we see some. So I've been waiting ever since that battle of the basement game to see how this Lions team is gonna play without Calvin Johnson. I've been waiting ever since. I've been waiting ever since. It's been a long wait. In actuality, it hasn't actually been. Time has been going by really fast though when you think about it. Since January, I mean, this is one of the quickest stretches through the next season I've ever been a part of. Like, this time is coming up so fast, but this linebacker core is ass. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to link Man Beast's video. If there's some things I didn't touch up on, I'm pretty sure he covered it in his video. So I'm gonna put his video on the link in the description box. And also, big shout out to him for making that training camp video. I didn't get a chance to comment on that video just yet. But Man Beast, I did watch that video. Great job on it. Thanks for giving us your thoughts on what you saw out there. Because you gave us a lot of notes from stuff that reporters didn't give out. Like, there's some dudes that I'm definitely looking forward to now after seeing what you saw out there. Because I think it's always interesting to see what happens in training camp. Because, like, it's just hard, man. Like, you're not going to get... I wish they would televise these training camps. I'm not talking about, like, what NFL Network does. I mean, like one local station in town broadcast the whole fucking Lions training camp all day, every day. Or at least like once or twice. Like, they don't do it too much, but when they really used to do scrimmages between other teams, you used to at least get the scrimmage, you know, before the first preseason game come on, you would get a scrimmage game with another team coming to town, or you would go to another town. They don't do that no more, but like, they used to have scrimmage games that used to come on TV. And you used to get to just see what you saw in training camp all come together before that first preseason game. Really, your first action, unless you go out there to watch your team during training camp, like go out there in person, you really got to wait until the first preseason game to know what the fuck going on now. I don't know why. It's like television coverage has gotten so much stronger, but that's one of the things that's gotten weaker and weaker is the amount of television coverage over training camp. And the NFL Network ain't covering our team this year, so it's really hard to see. Like, I hate reading shit, you know what I'm saying? I hate reading or listening to what a person says instead of just actually seeing what the fuck is out there, you know what I'm saying? So, but anyways, man, get back to the linebacking core. This linebacking core is ass. I told y'all in my defensive backs video when we re-signed Slay, which was his last video, the linebacker core is the weakest core on the entire goddamn defense. One of the biggest reasons why our defense even took a further step back last year from 2014, and you saw more because Levy wasn't out there, was because it's a mediocre ass linebacker core, really mediocre. When the best player on your linebacker core when Levy is not there is Tahir Whitehead, you know you got problems. That's not a disrespect against Tahir Whitehead, but Tahir Whitehead really not a difference-making linebacker. He's not a franchise linebacker. He's like a good piece to your linebacker core. Like, if you had a complete linebacker core, he'd be a good piece to it. He's not a rotational player, but he's not like this outstanding ass linebacker. He's not like what Ziggy Ansah is to the defensive line, or what Slay is to the defensive backfield, or even what Quinn is to the goddamn safety core. You know what I'm saying? He's none of that. But he is our best linebacker out there when Levy's not out there, and that's not a good sign. Bynes, I've never really been high on Bynes, but Bynes, the only reason why Bynes is even out there as a starter is because he's just better than the rest of the dudes that we got here, which ain't a good field. The guy that actually set our linebacker core back is probably Calvin Noy, because he was supposed to came in right away and really took care of that other side of the linebacker core. And then it didn't help that Levy got hurt, so things just went even more out of whack with that shit. So, and looking at this team right now, it's starting to worry me a bit. You know what I'm saying? It's starting to worry me a bit. It's starting to worry me quite a bit. Because this linebacker core might not have Levy again this year. And if we do, I don't think he's going to be starting all the time. And plus, he's getting hurt. This is why Man Beast made that fucking video, because he's more concerned about the linebacking court not being good for this season and not being good for the future if we don't get any value off of it. You know what I'm saying? And for Quinn, he's got to think about, I know he's thinking about the future. So one of the best chances to make your team better in the future right now is to trade fucking Levy. At this point, I would just take a pick for him. If they want to send us a garbage ass player just to soak up a spot, we'll take him, but give us a good fucking pick. Even if it's a second round pick, give us a fucking pick. But I would probably, if they would give us a second round, I would have to get another pick off of that as well. I'll have to get another pick, and then maybe even your 2018 pick as well. At least like 3 draft picks in return for Levy. If Quinn is thinking about winning now, I don't know if anybody will actually take Levy right now, but for one of their best players, it has to be a guy that the organization already gave up on, and he's got potential, but they gave up on him. So, but I think the best thing he could do is trade for draft picks. Because I'm looking at it this way. If he's not going to be out there anyways, you might as well trade for a draft pick. Because one of the reasons why I was not mad at Quinn's draft from last year is because he took care of the positions that we needed to be taken care of. One of the reasons why the Lions consistently has not been one of the better teams in the NFL, or the reason why they make a playoff berth and don't make it the next year or the year after that, is because they don't have the trenches on both sides of the football taken care of. He's really the first guy to come in here and take care of both sides of the football, the trenches. So that's why I gave him a pass on not taking a linebacker in one of the earlier rounds this year. Next year, now I'm looking at him to take that earlier round draft, that franchise linebacker. And I was even saying that they could do what what Brian Urlacher did, go from safety, bulk up, and become a linebacker. You can even take a safety, an athletic fucking safety that has the potential to be a linebacker, a guy, and I like safeties as middle linebackers because they can hit both sides of they can hit the whole field because they got the speed too. They got the speed to cover the whole goddamn defense, which is what you want your middle linebacker to be. Which is why Darren Lee from Ohio State probably would have been a good pick for us, because he has that athletic ability. He's a little bit undersized, but I still would have took him. You know what I'm saying? But this linebacking core right now is kind of like ass. They got a project player that they drafted, Antoine Williams. It's probably not going to be ready right away. So this linebacking core this season all hinges on the health of Levy. And number 2, I'll probably put this one in number 1, Kyle fucking Van Noy. Kyle fucking Van Noy is basically where this shit is going to start and end at. You know? Kyle fucking Van Noy is really the guy who has to step up this year. There's not a guy without a starting job right now on this team that matters more to this team than Kyle fucking Van Noy. What an important year is this going to be for this motherfucker. He's going to be the main motherfucker. I don't care on what side of football you're paying attention to. Even some of my favorites out there that I told you about, like Killer Brew. On the other side of football, Marvin Jones, TJ Jones, and Abdullah, and all these other motherfuckers. Ebron. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be so and Alex Carter. I'm going to be so paying attention. Right out the gate, Cal fucking Van Noy. Right out the gate. All Lion fans watching this video, make sure you please scout Cal Van Noy the hardest out of anybody. He should be the number 1 dude that you're looking at. Stafford gonna be the same Stafford until we see him the first game of the season. There's really nothing to look at when it comes to Stafford in the preseason. We know what he can do. As long as he don't get hurt, that's it. You know, as long as he stays healthy, that's it. I'm not even really paying that much attention to what Stafford does in the preseason. It's all about that fucking defense and what the fuck Cal fucking Vanoy is gonna do. Can he win a fucking starting spot? Over these motherfuckers, he should. The only spot he's not gonna win is Tier Whitehead spot. He should be able to win these fucking other two jobs, man. What the fuck is wrong with you, Cal Vanoy, if you can't win these other two fucking... You better than Josh... On paper, you better than Josh Bynes. On paper, you better than fucking... Whoever the fuck else we got in this line. I don't even got the roster up in front of me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me see who else is on this roster. You know, Josh Bynes, Antoine Williams, John Bostic, Kasim Green. I think the other dudes are going to be, you know, dudes you see in the fourth quarter and shit. But come on, man, that's a weak ass field for Cal Vanoy to try to make. Especially if DeAndre Levy ain't gonna be ready for game 1 and 2. That means you got 2 spots to battling for. You're not just battling for Josh Bynes' spot. Now you battling for that other spot, which will be Antoine Williams and John Bostic and Kasim Green. If you can't beat those 2 dudes out, Cal Vanoy, you got to get the fuck out of here. And I hope it actually do come down to the fact that Levy ain't ready to go. Because then I'll really get a chance to see what Cal Vanoy made up. If you got 2 spots, it was already embarrassing that you couldn't make it over fucking Lewis last season, Travis Lewis last season. You can't make it over these trash ass niggas, John Bostic and Kasim Green from the fucking Bears. You can't make it over these motherfuckers in a project player like Antoine Williams. You got to go, buddy. You got to go. Cal, no, we ain't going on with that. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens. I'm going to be keeping a close eye on this motherfucker. But I thought it was an interesting thing that Man Beats More has brought up. I thought it was a very interesting thing that he brought up when he was talking about trading DeAndre Levy. And I cold-heartedly agree with it. I don't know what teams right now will be available for, you know, trading somebody, but I'd be down for it. And I wonder if Bob Quinn would do it, you know, especially now that Levy's under contract. I wonder if he could do it. And that's why one of the better things, at least the teams that are trying to trade for Levy, knows that he's already, now you know you ain't got to rework a deal. You know, he's already under contract. And if he's healthy, he's one of the best. He's instantly probably one of your top 2 or top 3 players on your team. Do I got reserves for not wanting to see him go? Sure. But at this point, if he can't play this year, you got to get value for him. We got to start looking at these dudes if we get some value off these niggas. We really do. It's time. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens. It's going to be. It's really going to be very interesting this year. I literally can't wait to see what the fuck we do. I literally can't wait to see what the fuck we do. I can't wait. You know what I mean? I can't wait. And one of the players that I've been told has had a really good training camp so far is Quishad Davis. And I heard he's just been doing very good in training camp so far. So I'm looking forward to him as well. So a lot of things to keep looking forward to. I also want to say this. Damian Copeland is going to be another dude. Damian Copeland is another dude I'm looking forward to. Looking forward to him, especially at the Ryan Spadola got hurt. So I'm looking forward to, some of those dudes in the wide receiver core as well. So it's some dudes I'm really looking forward to watching this year. But that's one of them for sure. But we gotta definitely see what some of these dudes on the team can do this year, because I'll tell you what, it's a lot of dudes fighting for their job this year. I'm definitely especially excited to look. I'm excited to see Ebron, see what the fuck he'll do this year. Because I think he's actually going to have a pretty good year. I think Anquan Bolden is what's going to make Ebron a hell of a tight end this year. I really think Ebron's ready to step the fuck up. I think he now knows how much of a big year this year. Him and Calvin Noy, they actually talked about it. They said, "Hey, this is a big year for us, man. We gotta make it big." We wanted the disciples from the Matt Miller era. We're not tied to Bob Quinn. They know they got to do shit. So we'll see one more time about the trade with DeAndre Levy. I think it is time to trade him. We make it. I think, as long as we get some good value back for him, I'm open to them doing it. Do what you got to do, Bob Quinn. I know a lot of people probably won't want to have it be like, man, the Lions so goddamn stupid. But that's because a lot of people don't think deep. They don't think about the future and shit. They only think about now. Because realistically, is this a Super Bowl team right now? I don't know. But is this a playoff team right now? Is this a team that can win their division? Hell yes, it is. But this is also a team that it could be a bridge year to the next few years. You never know. You never know with this team, man. It's an up in the air type of team this year. But I'm liking the offense a lot, but I got my questions about that defense, and it comes specifically from that fucking linebacking core, man, which I'm not comfortable with right now, man. We go out there on the field, we're going to get 8-0. Like I said, the biggest difference will be Calvin Noy. If he steps the fuck up, we'll be in really good position this year on the defense. He's got to step the fuck up, though. That's why I said I would love to see Calvin Noy actually get the starting job and play the first 8 games, because I feel like he needs some time out there as well, because you really haven't seen him start yet, like actually have a full game out there with him. And if he trash, he trash. You just dump the nigga at the end of the season or cut his ass. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no big deal. But we got to see what we got in the kid, man. I want to see what we got in him. So we'll see what happens. But I want to thank y'all for watching again. Shout out to the One Pride Riders and everyone who's been watching my video. Thanks for watching, man. The first game next Friday. Don't forget, man. All right, y'all. Peace.